I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Happy Thursday, happy Friday evening, or happy Friday Eve, I like to say. I hope everybody got their notification today or this evening. I hope everybody's had a great weekend. I'm sorry. I hope everybody's had a great week, a blessed week. No bad things happening in your life, all positive things. Um, what else? I'm trying to keep it as consistent as possible with you all. Of course, I wish that you would contribute and remember that I am monetized now. You guys got me to that point. I appreciate you. I say that every time I come on. This is now a super chat. So if you see the dollar bill sign at the bottom, please don't forget to hit your boy. If you feel necessary. If it's, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know why I get nervous sometimes talking to you all, but I do sometimes still. Hey, Suzette Holness, what's going on down there in sunny Florida? We miss seeing you on the chat. I hope you're doing well. Tell your mother a hello. I hope your family is doing well. Again, everybody, remember this is a super chat now. Please hit the super chat sometimes. We want to get everybody on automatic with that at some point. This channel is now monetized. Hope Kirk, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you, Hope. Thank you. Diana Prince, thanks for coming in tonight. Are you okay, Diana? Debbie Webby's in the house. Miss Debbie Webby is in the house. All righty, we got one of our faithful family members in. Okay, Diana, I hope all is well with you. Miss T. Dunlap, thanks for coming in tonight, sweetheart. Thank you for coming in. I want everybody to hit that thumbs up. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you are not a subscriber of Lifestyles with Eric, it would be greatly appreciated for you to come to Lifestyles with Eric and just be a part of our family. We talk about all sorts of things. We laugh, we joke, we do all sorts of things. But we also appreciate your opinion, comments, and ideas. So please consider subscribing to Lifestyles with Eric if this is the first time for you watching Lifestyles. I'm a pretty cool guy. I'm easy to get along with, I think. I just sometimes speak with a certain tone, and sometimes people take that the wrong way, but I'm not as commanding as I sound. I just mean what I say and say what I mean, and that's just what it is. Miss Ohio Girl, thank you for coming in tonight. Thank you for coming in. Happy Thursday. I completely agree. God is good. Absolutely. We need all thumbs up, please. Please, all thumbs up. Why am I getting so tongue-tied tonight? Wow. All thumbs up tonight, please. All thumbs up, please. I hope my family is doing well out there. I hope all my Lifestyles family members are doing well. We want a nice chat tonight. We want to get as many members in as possible. We'd like to get as many people in tonight as possible. Remember, when you come in Lifestyles with Eric, please hit that thumbs up. No water, just got some Sprite tonight, sweetheart. I know you, here I am getting nervous again. Wow, what is up with me tonight? I do appreciate you caring about my water drinking, but I wanted a Sprite, so I'm drinking a Sprite tonight, and I'll drink a bottle of water, of course, before I go to bed. All righty. Who is out there tonight? I hope everybody gets their notifications tonight. Child neglect is real. Child neglect is real. Why do people neglect children? Child neglect is real. Neglect can come in all sorts of ways. Thank you, Diana Prince. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your kind words and your positive words. That means so much to me. Thank you. Thank you. But yes, child neglect can come in all sorts of ways. Whether you're not taking care of your children, there's so many cases where parents are doing unthinkable things and to their kids, not taking care of them, like I said, and all sorts of other things. It's just so many different things I can talk about as far as child neglect goes, and I think everybody knows what what forms of child neglect are child neglect, or just what things are considered child neglect. So there was a 6-year-old little boy in Philadelphia that was found naked in a doggy cage. I'm sorry, and he was found with a pillow and a blanket. Him and two other little girls were basically outside, partially clothed. Neglect, absolutely neglect. Why do people neglect children? Um, Child neglect is real. Why would there be a 6-year-old child in a dog cage with a blanket and a pillow? Could you imagine the psychological damage to that 6-year-old child? A lot. Why were two little girls, I think they're his sisters, were almost naked too outside of the house? It just doesn't make any sense. A lot of people shouldn't have children. A lot of people don't deserve the children that they already have. I just thought about another case of child neglect. The 6-year-old little boy that shot his teacher down south. That's child neglect. It's child neglect because you're 6 years old and you may know what a gun is, but how did a 6-year-old get a gun? He's 6. That's a form of child neglect, and I think in his case, they're going after the parents. But I didn't like what I heard with that, because they're saying because he doesn't understand the legality of what he did. Well, why don't they just say because he's a child, and his parents should be held accountable for his taking a gun to school at 6 years old? But I know that that's different when you're African American and when you're another race. It's a lot different. They look at all African Americans, even children, like they're adults, and it's just unfortunate. But another form of neglect, Miss Glenda, Miss Janice, thanks for coming in. Another form of neglect is this. So, what about the parents in Michigan that were just that are now facing charges of manslaughter or involuntary manslaughter for giving their son a gun and him going and shooting some kids in school? That's neglect. Why would you give your son a gun and he already was talking about doing things? Why would you give your teenage son a gun, an automatic pistol, or I don't know if it was a rifle or an automatic pistol, but and you knew that he had some issues? That's child neglect. If you do something stupid and it involves your child, that could be a form of child neglect. You're an adult, you're supposed to make adult decisions. So you can't buy your son a gun. Oh, okay, I got another form. What about Kyle Rittenhouse, the boy that went down to Milwaukee, or went down to Wisconsin when they were rioting or when they were protesting, and he shot some people? He wasn't supposed to have a gun. His mother knew. His mother drove him down there to do whatever he did. That's child neglect. That's a dumb mother. That's still child neglect, though. So there are so many different forms of child neglect. It's not just beating them or abusing them. There are other forms of abuse, mental abuse, not teaching them things. It's just so many different forms of abuse when it comes to child neglect. And Ms. Jacqueline Neal, thanks for coming in tonight. people's mindsets definitely have diminished. I completely agree. Parenting has changed. People's mindset, the internet, so many different factors. Yet, if you're a parent, you're just supposed to know how to be a parent. You may, there are tools that we all need as parents if you're a parent, but you should have the basic common sense tools. And nowadays, a lot of parents don't even have that, unfortunately. So we just got to call it out when you see it, and help these children, because here's the thing: children can't help themselves. They're children. They can't raise themselves. They're children. They have to be raised by a responsible adult. And if they're not, then this is what will happen. They could end up being abusive to another child when they grow up, or in the law, or getting in trouble, or whatever. It's just so many different things that can happen with a child that's not being taken care of or being neglected mentally. Child neglect is a horrible thing, whether it's physical or mental. You have to consider how the parent was raised. But you know, you can't make any excuses after the parent is an adult, Diana. That's the one thing you can't do. We don't excuse adults. You know, you can say, hey, I was an adult that went through a whole lot of stuff when I was a kid. But if you didn't get help for it and you go and abused your child or somebody else's child, nobody's going to have sympathy for another adult. That's the reason why you're supposed to get children help. And you're not supposed to neglect them. And then you don't have to worry about that cycle going on and on. Would you say, Deb? Debbie said people can have kids, but it ends there. It ends there. They don't do anything. They don't do anything else, or they don't care. True. Reality checks. In my position, I have heard, seen, and seen too much concerning this topic. However, the parents themselves need help. Some people do think they need the help. Good evening, Deborah Bacon. Thanks for coming in tonight, love. Reality checks. Thanks for that comment, and thanks for being a faithful family member. Yeah, you know what? I'm sure in your profession you see a lot of that, or things that look like a child may be neglected. And so, how do we deal with somebody else's child that looks like they're being neglected? Do we speak up? Do we say something? Do we tell authorities? What do we do? Good night, Ohio girl. You're going to bed awfully early, love. You have a good night, sweetheart. Thank you for coming in tonight. What do we do when we see a neglectful child, or when we see that a child looks like he or she may be possibly being neglected? What do we do? What do you do? I just know that some people don't deserve the kids that they have, and it's sad that they're healthy children, and it's people out here that can't have kids and that would love to have some of these children that are being abused and not treated correctly and being neglected. Like I said, have to report it, no qualms about it. Absolutely, and that's it. I'm with you. I am with you on that. Do not ever give the kids back to the parents, no matter what they did. Okay. Okay, Debbie, and I appreciate your opinion. That's your opinion. Absolutely. We need all, we need tell someone in authority. We need to tell someone in authority. Absolutely. Got to protect the children. Absolutely. I agree, Deborah. Absolutely. Kids can't protect themselves, and we have to be the ones to protect them. So you have to protect children first. You know, kind of like the whole Penn State thing. When those boys were being molested, another coach walked in and saw Sandusky molesting a little boy in the shower, and he didn't do anything. There's no way that I could see a young boy being molested or sodomized in a shower by an adult male and not do anything. I'm going to do something and then say something at best. I'm going to physically do something and then I'm going to say something. What's going on, AB? Thanks for coming in. Salute my brother. Absolutely, reality. They just have more kids, and more kids. And they're having kids that they really don't want, unfortunately. It's just sad. It's just sad. Mad hands. Okay. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's just it's sad that we're even talking about this, but it's reality. Reality checks. It's reality, and these things happen, and we just have to keep our eyes open and just be more vigilant about um, what we're seeing in our face, and listen to children. They're not going to lie to you. No, 9 times out of 10, kids don't lie. They're going to tell you exactly what's going on and in their best terms. They're children. We've got to protect the children. We've got to protect the children. Okay, AB, right on, man. Someone has to stand up for the children, their kids. They can't. Absolutely, Janice. That's absolutely right. They cannot stand up for themselves. Somebody's got to stand for the children. Absolutely, absolutely, people. I mean, I think we're kind of, for the most part, all on the same page on this topic. Um, no excuses for the parents. I'm sorry. I can't excuse parents that have been through stuff. We've all been through things, but we don't all commit crimes. We don't all do bad things to kids. We've all been through something in our lives. Thank you, Reality Checks. There's the boss lady herself who always comes through. Thank you. Thank you, Reality Checks. I appreciate you. Thank you. I just wish that you could get other people on board. I just wish that you could. But you know what? It's going to happen at some point, and I'll just be saying thank you, people. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, boss lady. Reality Checks, faithful family member. Thank you. We have to protect the children. That's first. Glenda said, I work with children up close and personal every day. Neglect comes in all forms and different ways. They come to school looking and smelling all kinds of ways. My heart goes out. Absolutely. And, you know, you have to say something, though. Glenda, superstar hero. You have to say something. You cannot let things just go by. You have to say something. You just cannot allow a child to go, excuse me, you cannot allow a child to be taken advantage of like that. If you see a kid that looks like they're just not being taken care of, then what do you do? What do you do? You find out what's going on with that child, because that child needs to be rescued. I'm sorry. We don't need any more juvenile delinquents or kids turning into murderers or thieves or robbers because their parents didn't take care of them. A lot of that has to do with that parenting and being taken care of and being neglected. And unfortunately, we've turned a generation into robbers, murderers, and thieves because they're not being taken care of. They're being neglected because someone went through something is no excuse to neglect them or harm them. Janice, I agree. I've been through things, but I don't neglect children. I didn't neglect my own children. I've been through things. I'm not perfect. My childhood was not perfect. But I don't make any excuses. I know right from wrong, and I think that's the problem. Some people have a messed up reality of what right and wrong is, maybe, or what they, I see it all the time. The police go in somebody's house, they take the kids away. Their house has dogs and feces and rats and droppings of all that stuff. And the kids are dirty. They don't feed the children right. They're malnourished, but they're neglecting the kids. And they like Reality Check said, they keep having kids over and over again. Give them up. Absolutely, absolutely. If we cannot be a part of the solution, like Eric just described by the locker room situation, incident, we are the problem. I agree. You can't see something and not say something. Remember, I said that a long time ago. See something, say something. See something, say something. You can't watch a child. You're not snitching if you watch a child, if you see a child getting molested and you say something. That's not snitching, okay? I think people have gotten the word snitching completely twisted around here, okay? You see something, you say something, you don't allow a child to be neglected in your face. If you don't see it, you can't say anything, but if you see it, you have to say something. It's only right. Be a responsible adult and do what's right. Do the right thing. You have to do the right thing. Foster parents do bad things to kids too. After their parents get the kids taken away. So that's the other part of it. The foster care system's effed up too. And everything needs to be revamped. But neglect is real from all parties. Foster parents, real parents, neglect is real. We've got to put a halt to it though. We've got to put a halt to it. I was just compelled to say something about this tonight, the neglect thing, because I saw the story about the little boy and the two little girls, and it just touched my heart. And so I felt like saying something about neglect tonight. That's where I got that from. I'm so sick of little kids being mistreated. It hurts my heart. I have compassion, and I definitely have compassion for little kids and elderly people because they can't help themselves either anymore or at all because they're kids. So let's protect our youth. Let's protect our elderly adults, and just make sure people aren't neglected. And let's take care of our people correctly. If you see something, say something. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to Lifestyles with Eric, please. Let the advertisements play in the videos. That's important. And just remember, people, we're monetized now. This is a super chat. We have to do what Reality Checks does when we can, okay? I appreciate everybody. I love everybody. I'm not speaking to one person. I'm speaking to everybody that can do it. If you can't, I love you anyway, okay? I just want you to know that, everybody. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. I'll see you tomorrow. Reality Check says, let's support our podcaster. Reality Checks, let's be honest. You can say that too. You're blue in the face, but you're the only person that's saying it. Everybody sees it, but you're the only person saying it. So I believe that the people that are faithful members and that are members and have gotten memberships, they're supportive, and I appreciate that. So if they're not able to super chat, it's okay. They're members. If you guys can't super chat me, you can at least join the membership. The membership may be $5.99 a month, 10 different tiers. So whatever you can afford, please support your boy. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Love you. See you tomorrow.